He won't remember exactly what you did. He'll remember how he felt about himself when he was around you. Ladies, that's the truth not many are willing to say out loud. You could be doing everything right. You could look like a dream. You could know every move, every sound, every angle. But if he doesn't feel something deep when he's with you, he won't stay. Not in his heart and not in his soul. Before we go any further, I want you to do two things. Tap that like button and hit subscribe. Not just because it's there, but because I pour my heart, my energy, and everything I've got into creating this for you. This isn't just quick advice. This is soul deep transformation. Your support truly matters. Now stay close with me. Imagine this. You're sitting across from him. The chemistry's wild. You look amazing. You say all the right things. The kiss, intense. And later that night, pure magic. But a few days go by and suddenly he feels cold, distant, pulling away. No text, no energy. And you're sitting there thinking, but I did everything right. Yes, you did. But he didn't feel you. You can serve the table like a 5-star feast, but if the food has no soul, no warmth, no depth, he'll eat, sure, but he won't return for more. You with me? That's what we're diving into today. What truly makes a moment stick in a man's memory? It's not the outfit, not the makeup, not the perfect move. It's the emotional charge you bring into the space. After years of listening to men open up when no one's watching, after years of coaching women who gave their all but still got left behind, I found something that changes everything. And men don't connect to perfection. They connect to presence. Let me tell you something real. There's nothing more magnetic to a masculine man than a woman who is fully in her body, standing in her truth, breathing into her pleasure without apology. Because real intimacy that leaves a mark isn't about performing. It's about connection. It's not, did I impress him? It's, did I reach him? Did he feel good about who he was when he was around me? Did I make him feel like a man? And here's the part that most women don't even realize they're missing. They're checking every box, doing all the things, saying what they think they're supposed to, but deep down, they're not even in their own bodies. They're disconnected from their own softness, their own joy, their own senses. And you know what that does to a man? It makes him feel like he's with someone physically, but completely alone emotionally. But when a woman drops the act, when she breathes deeply and lets her truth show, when she stops rushing and starts receiving, when her energy wraps around him like a warm flame, that's when he gets imprinted. That's when he's hooked. You're not the show, you're the moment. You're not the act, you're the heartbeat. And women who truly embody this, they don't chase. They don't guess if he'll call, because he feels them long after they've left, in his breath, in his memory, deep in his bones. So if you've ever thought, maybe I need to be more perfect, more bold, more impressive, let that lie fall away. Right now, the real magic is in how you make him feel about himself when he's with you. That's the feeling, that's the magnet, that's the pull that brings him back. Now say it in the comments like you mean it. I am the experience. Say it out loud. Say it real. Say it for your future self, because you are and you always have been. Now hit that like button, subscribe for more, and keep listening. We're just getting started. Presence over performance. The soul always wins. He did everything by the book, but he still walked away. Why? Because she never really let him in. She gave him her body, but kept her presence hidden. That's why he didn't stay. Let me be clear. A man doesn't remember you because you were flawless. He remembers because something real happened when he touched you. Not just skin to skin, but soul to soul. You ever watch someone dance perfectly, hitting every step, but still leaving you unmoved? Then watch someone else. Eyes closed, body free, just feeling the music, and suddenly the whole room watches like they're enchanted. That's presence. Now bring it back to you. You're with him, it's getting intense, and your mind is spinning. Is this good enough? Am I doing it right? Do I look sexy from this angle? You're right there physically, but your mind isn't. And guess what? He senses that. Here's the part most don't want to admit. A man may not be able to explain it, but his body knows when your spirit didn't show up. I've worked with women who knew all the right things, but still they'd get that message. I just don't feel the connection. That's the truth. And it's not because they weren't good. It's because they weren't present. They were so busy trying to be impressive, they forgot to be themselves. Your real breath, your honest energy, your felt emotion. That's what lands. That's what lingers. Because a man's nervous system is drawn to presence. It doesn't need performance or perfection. It longs for truth. When a woman stops pretending, stops forcing pleasure, and just feels it, that's when she becomes unforgettable. Because then every breath she takes becomes rhythm. Every sound becomes a message. Every second becomes sacred. He won't remember what you did. He'll remember how it felt to watch your soul open up right in front of him. So ask yourself, what if you've been so focused on doing it right that you forgot how to just be real? What if the power isn't in doing more, but in doing less? Less pretending, less pressure, less performing. A man will forget the show, but he will always remember what it felt like to be inside a moment with a woman who wasn't trying to be anything other than herself. That's not chemistry. That's soul deep imprinting. He can be with 10 other women and forget every name, but he'll lie awake remembering you. Because when you kissed him, it wasn't a routine. It was presence. That's why I say the soul always wins. So today I'm asking you, step out of your head. Drop into your body. Let go of what you think he needs. Let go of trying to be enough. Just be. Let him feel you. The raw, alive, real you. Because the next time you share space with him, it won't be your looks that linger. It'll be your energy. And when you bring that kind of presence, he won't see any other woman the same way again. Now pause and write this down. I am fully present. Say it out loud. Let it root into your bones. Keep listening, because what I'm about to share next, it takes presence and turns it into emotional addiction. Affirmation that feels like air. Show him he's winning with you. He doesn't fall for your words. He falls for how your soul responds to him. Here's what many women don't realize until the moment's gone. Men aren't craving compliments. They're craving impact. Not flattery, not praise, but evidence that they matter, that they move you, that they affect you. And the powerful part, it doesn't take much. A soft gasp, a deep breath, a whisper, I love that. That's not performance. That's truth. And to a man, that truth is oxygen. Absolutely. Let's get something clear. We're not talking about stroking his ego. This isn't about pretending. It's about letting your honest feelings show in your voice, your breath, your eyes, your body. Because he won't remember the woman who played the part. He remembers the one who let him see his impact. Think of two singers. One hits every note perfectly, the other misses a few but sings with soul. Which one moves you? That's what we're talking about. When you give true emotional feedback, you're not just showing desire, you're affirming his masculine presence. You're saying, I feel this. I feel you. And that changes everything. I've had men, grown, strong men, tell me with tears in their eyes, she didn't say much, but when she looked me in the eye and whispered, don't stop, I felt like I mattered. That's what most men won't say out loud. They want to know they're giving you pleasure, not just physically, but emotionally. The woman who gives that, she becomes unforgettable, not because she's loud or dramatic, but because she feels everything and she doesn't hide it. That's the moment he replays in his mind, not what you wore, not what you said, but that breath, that gaze, that honest, soul-deep response. So next time, don't just follow the steps. Let him feel you feeling him. Because when a man feels like he's winning with you, He won't want to play the game anywhere else. Now drop this in the comments. My pleasure is powerful. Because it is their doing or what's next. But the woman who can stay right here in the moment and meet his eyes fully, openly, and without apology, she creates something unforgettable, like a soul stamp, a mental photograph, a deep emotional feeling he just can't shake off. Because the eyes, they don't go through logic. They move straight into the heart of the subconscious. And when you look at a man, not just look, but feel while you look, and you let him see that you're there, feeling everything, truly present, something shifts inside him. His whole system settles. Oxytocin rises. The bonding chemicals rush through his body. His walls drop. And even if he doesn't understand why, he remembers you. And I'm not talking about some intense stare or flirtatious look. I'm talking about that soft, steady, open gaze. The one that says, I'm not hiding, I'm not acting, I'm here with you. That kind of presence through the eyes, it hits differently because it's not just connection, it's a kind of deep recognition. A man might forget the body he held, but he won't forget the woman who truly saw him while he held hers. Think of it this way. In a world full of masks, screens, and acting, eye contact is the most bare, honest thing you can give. And the woman who can hold it, she's powerful in the most beautiful way because she gives him the space to be fully seen too. When a woman can keep looking into a man's eyes during intimacy, she's not just touching his skin, she's entering his memory forever. That's not some pickup line. That's real. So if you've ever felt nervous about being that open, hear me now. Your openness is where your strength lives. Your ability to be still, to allow yourself to be seen and to see him back. That's what makes the difference between someone he forgets and someone he'll never stop thinking about. Next time you're near him, don't glance away. Look deeper. Let him see that you truly see him. Because when you do, you won't just leave an impression, you'll leave a soul mark. Now type this in the comments. I see him. I am seen. Say it with your whole self. Because within that gaze, the real magic lives. And what I'm about to say next, it's going to shift the whole dynamic your way. Stay close. Initiation that flows from strength, not fear. When you lead from calm confidence instead of desperation, he doesn't see a woman chasing love. He sees a woman becoming the moment itself. Let me say something that flips the old rules upside down. Making the first move isn't chasing when it's rooted in your strength. There's a huge difference between moving toward a man because you're scared he'll disappear and moving toward him because you feel grounded in your own desire. One comes from fear, the other, that's a strong feminine certainty. And he can sense that instantly. Picture this. Two women walk into his life. One reaches out because she's afraid she'll be forgotten. The other leans in, looks him in the eyes, gently touches his neck, and quietly says something that means, I want you. Not out of need, out of choice. Which one do you think stays on his mind long after? Men are used to being wanted for what they do, for their body, their success, their role as a provider. But when a woman makes the first move from her own grounded place, from her calm, sensual, open-hearted space, she's not asking, do you like me? She's saying, I like you, and I'm not scared to show it. That kind of energy, it's rare, it's magnetic, it's unforgettable. Let's be real, ladies. How many times have you held back? Not because you didn't want him, but because you were afraid of seeming too forward. We've been taught that making the first move means we're too eager, that it's his role. But the truth? It's not about who moves first. It's about the reason behind the move. When you reach for him with calm desire, not fear, you shake up his whole system. He doesn't just feel wanted. He feels picked. And that's like a drug to a man who's truly in his masculine. When you make the first move from your own sense of wholeness, you don't lose power. You become it. Say that again to yourself. This is a whole new level of feminine energy. This is royalty. No begging, no acting, no tricks, just honest, grounded, embodied want. So next time the moment pulls you in, lean into it. Touch him. Kiss him first. Speak what's in your heart, not because you're afraid to lose him, but because you trust your own feelings. That kind of reaching out isn't chasing, it's claiming. And when a woman claims from power, he never sees her the same way again. Now drop this in the comments. I initiate from strength, not fear, not performance, just presence. And what's coming up next? It's going to show you how to stretch time and let desire work for you. Stretch time, stretch desire. Slow is the new intense. A man might forget how quickly you acted, but he'll never forget the woman who made him wait and feel every second of it. Let's make this clear. Speed is for people trying to just get it done. But seduction, true seduction, is for the woman who knows how to slow time down. Here's what's real. Desire doesn't live in the act itself. It lives in everything leading up to it. It lives in the breath before, the moment of pause, the not yet. You want to know what makes a man obsessed? It's not what you give, it's how long you let him want it. And I don't just mean physical moments, I'm talking about the energy in your whole presence. Picture this. You're in the kitchen, the food's almost ready. He's hungry, but you make him wait. Slowly, intentionally, he watches you move. You taste the sauce. You close your eyes. You let out a soft sigh. And then you just walk away. No words, just feeling. That's dopamine. That's emotional pull. That's the seduction of the mind. And here's the beautiful part. You didn't have to do anything dramatic. You simply guided the pace. See, when you rush into anything, you give up the edge. But when you take your time, when you let him wait while giving a little smile, when your silence says not yet, you create energy. And energy builds tension. And tension is what makes a moment unforgettable. A woman who understands timing doesn't need tricks. Her quiet is louder than anything else. Let that stay with you. Because this isn't about games. This is about knowing how to guide the experience. This is emotional wisdom. This is the long game. When you slow things down and turn the waiting into the main event, you touch something deeper inside him than any moment of release ever could. You don't just please him. You train his system to connect excitement and craving with you. You become the feeling he's chasing. And that's not just something he remembers. That's something he needs more of. So don't rush. Don't explain. Don't try too hard. Let time be your secret. Let your slowness speak for you, because every quiet pause you give becomes a moment he rewinds in his mind again and again. Now say it in the comments like you own it. I am the pause that stays in his mind. Write it, mean it, become it. Because what's coming next will show you how to turn that tension into real emotional depth. Stay close. Be emotionally loud, even in a whisper.